Check, mic check, 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll. Hey, listen, guys, today, Small Business Saturday. It is something to smile about. Small Business Saturday. Most business owners, are you a business owner? Are you a Christian entrepreneur? Here's the thing. You're not missing, or you don't have what's called a lead generation problem. You have a who problem and a numbers problem. That's the problem. The problem isn't the problem. The problem is your mindset and your attitude about the problem. So let's go. So here's what we're going to be talking about today. The problem is if you're smiling, but something is still stressing you about where your next client is coming from, this is the episode for you. You're not going to want to miss these next few minutes because we're going to be sharing with you some big things on why your business needs to continue to grow and why you need to attend this next level small lead generation mastermind. Because here's the thing, something to smile about on this Small Business Saturday is going to tell you that you don't need more strangers. You don't need it says we're not connecting. If you're connecting, give me a thumbs up. I see the stars. I see you. I see. There are people on here. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Here's the thing, guys. You don't need more strangers. You don't. You know, people out there trying to find people that don't know, that don't like them, that don't trust them. Stop. You don't need more ads. You don't need to go out there and run a new funnel. You don't need to go out there. You don't even need more hustle. You don't need to, you don't even need to try harder. How about we just try different? Here's what you do need. Ready? You need the right people. You need the right system. Bob Bodine said in his book, The Power of Who, relationships precede opportunity. And then Nick Murray comes along and reminds us in his book, The Game of Numbers, that the secret to success isn't avoiding rejection. If you've been in sales for any length of time, if you've been in business for yourself for any length of time, you know what rejection feels like. He said that the secret to success isn't in avoiding the rejection, it's in building a process that makes rejection irrelevant. So let me ask you something, as Jim Carrey said in The Mask. I tell you what, let me ask you a better question today. What if, I'm just curious, what if the stress that you're feeling about your business, your sales, your career, isn't because business is hard, but because your growth has been accidental instead of intentional? Guys, everything I'm pulling from comes from these two books, right? Bob Bodine's The Power of Who and Nick Murray's book, The Game of Numbers. I mean, go buy the books. I mean, just the two books alone will cost you over $200. So come to the workshop. I'm going to be giving you details here just a little bit. Come to the workshop. Come hang out with us. It's going to be February. We're still trying to nail down the date. We're going to have to push it back a little bit further. But here's the thing, guys. Come. Because today you've landed here on the the Childlike Faith podcast, which is the podcast for the Christian entrepreneur who wants to grow and scale their business so that they can achieve that financial freedom they're looking for without having to sacrifice their time, their family, their faith, or their joy. That's what we're doing. And if you just joined us, hey, listen, today we're going to be talking about how you don't have a who problem. You don't have a numbers problem. You don't have a sales problem. You don't have a rejection problem. You have a who problem. You have a numbers problem. And we're going to be solving that today for you, because here on Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday, that's what we're doing. This is basically a promo for our workshop. So hang tight, because we're going to give you some meat and potatoes to show you how to do it, even if you don't come to the workshop. I get it. I know. I hear you. I feel you. I feel you, baby. I know what you're going through. I've been there. Listen, as someone who's been in sales for over 30 years and has had to depend on somebody saying yes in order for me to be able to feed my family, in order for me to be able to pay my bills, in order for me to be able to have a car, have a house. We understand. I understand. I get it. I know. Here's the thing. Most professionals are stuck between two extremes. Are you ready? Chasing people who don't know them and hoping the phone rings. Nick Murray teaches us that confidence comes from knowing your numbers. And we've always learned it in sales that you can't grow if you don't know. And the only way to grow is to know your numbers. If you do anything, this is what I love about the sales training that we provide for salespeople, real estate professionals, you name it. If you do anything over an extended period of time, a ratio appears. A ratio will show up. A ratio will come up. Maybe it's 100 people. Maybe you have to call 100 people and talk to 100 people and get 99 no's before you find that one yes. There's your number. You have a 1% closing ratio. And it's not that you stink, you just haven't been trained properly. But you have a number. And here's the thing, most business owners don't have either. They don't know their numbers. And then Bob Bodine comes in and says, he teaches that momentum comes from knowing your people. But most business owners don't know either one of those two. And so here's the thing. You overthink every follow-up. Okay, maybe not you, other people, other businesses. Have y'all seen how many businesses have closed here recently? Chances are they probably took rejection personally. Those real estate agents, those people that have gone out of business, that are no longer in the business, they maybe took it personally. They burn energy chasing maybes. They allow don't call us, we'll call you. You'll call me back? Oh, you'll be back? If I learned anything in the car business, is that there is no be back bus. They're not coming. They're somewhere else. Somebody else is spending your commission check. I'm telling you. How much did you make on that sale that you almost closed? Not a trick question. I mean, seriously, guys, how much? Okay, here's the mindset. The mindset shift that I'm going to share with you is going to change everything. It really is. It's going to change everything, and everything, the way you've thought about things, the way you've done things, the way you process things. Here's the thing. Predictability beats personality. Predictability beats personality. And I used to not be this way. I used to be leave me alone, let me do my thing. But I learned that I needed to get out of my comfort zone. But predictability beats personality. Number 2, a system beats your mood. I don't care how you feeling. I really don't. Not being mean, but success doesn't care about your mood. Whether you feel like it or you don't, either you show up or you don't. But if you have a system in place, it's going to beat how you feel. Number 3, relationships beat tactics. They just do. Relationships beat in his book, The Power of Who, Bob Bodine wrote that if you show up as a resource and not a salesperson, people will line up to help you. Show up as a resource, not a salesperson, guys. Quit having, as my other coach said, quit having that commission breath. Stop being so desperate for a deal. I get it. I understand. Some of you guys, you've probably come out. I've given you a proposal. You've said no. I didn't take it personally, but I priced it intentionally. I priced it so that you wouldn't hire me. But if you did hire me, I'm going to over-deliver on my promise. And my promise is that you're going to be successful. But I didn't. I used to give it away. I used to gladly give it away. I used to be a professional presenter. Not anymore, baby. People are willing to pay for my past, for my failures, for my experience, for my wisdom, so that I can help them with their future. We're helping them collapse their learning curve. We're helping them to accelerate the results. And so what would happen if in the next 6 months you achieved more than you've ever achieved in the last 5-10 years because of you've implemented a predictable, repeatable, and profitable system with people who know you, who like you, and trust you. That is what we're talking about here today. That's what we're going to be showing you in detail at the Lead Generation Mastermind workshop. And here's the thing. Here's the heart of what we're building. Here is the core of what we're doing. And it's not a hustle plan. I have a great book on hustle. Matter of fact, Neil Patel and the other 2 authors, I can't read their names, but they wrote a great book on hustle. It's not about hustling. It's not about prospecting grind. I love door knocking, but I'm not about to tell you to go out in the winter snow. Today it's 32 30 degrees. It's snowing. It's icing. It's, snowmageddon, we call it here in East Texas where we're located. Probably businesses are going to shut down. They don't know what to do. People don't know how to drive. They don't know how to act. This is out of the norm. It's just the stores, the shelves are no more bread, no more milk, no more water, except that one brand that nobody, I don't care how bad it gets, nobody's buying that water. They'd rather drink the tap water here in East Texas. Hey, you guys are panicked, right? I said this yesterday, right? The weatherman tells you that it's going to snow here in East Texas. Ice is going to ice over for 2 days, and you go and you get panicked. You panic buy. But the preacher's been telling you for years that Jesus is coming. Where's my Jesus? Oh, we got him on the bookshelf. We have little Jesus. Jesus is coming, and it doesn't bother you guys. You got to get your priorities straight. But here's the thing. Going back to my notes, going back to the script. Here's the thing. Relationship first system is how this thing works. It's how it works. People want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. And what we're finding out now with some of the people that we've coached is that they can bypass the know you and like you as long as they can trust that you solve their problem. Are you able to deliver on what you are talking about? And that's what we're doing here in the Fun Life community, here on the Childlike Faith podcast, on Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday, guys. That's what we're doing. No hustle, no prospecting grind, a relationship first. Because what happens is this system makes numbers work for you. You leverage. That's the thing that people don't realize. You have to leverage opportunities in your favor. So you have to make those numbers work for you instead of you having to go out there and hustle and grind. Because we're finishing up again the E-Myth by Michael Gerber, and he says that a system helps ordinary people do extraordinary things. If you haven't read the ebook, I don't even know if you're in business yet for yourself. Got to go get that book. But it turns conversations into introductions. And when you have the right questions and you have the right script in your mind, what happens is you're able to convert that conversation into a paying client. This program is going to show you how to replace pressure with peace. We're doing a Bible study now with our group about the peace of God, about how to have that more. He's the Prince of Peace, boys and girls. I'm telling you, all you cool kids out there that are struggling, that I know you have bombs, you have warfare, you have stuff going on in your mind, you're struggling with stuff, and stop, guys. You're overcomplicating it. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions, right? What would change in your business if you trusted a process? If you had a process? I'm going to tell you right now, as one of my coaches, David Wright, says, if you honor the process will, in fact, honor you. What would happen in your business if you knew exactly what to do each week, every single day? You didn't have to worry about it. You had a repeatable, implementable, productive, and profitable system. Jesse, buenos dias. Jesse, good to see you out there. I saw you out there walking. Not that brave yet, buddy. Here's the next question. The third question. You ready? What would happen? What would happen in your business if you stopped wondering and started expecting? If you really started to believe that God is for you, that even in the Bible, I think it's in Mark, it says that whatsoever you pray for, if you believe, God's going to do that for you, right? You have not if you ask not. Stop being concerned. Stop worrying about where business is coming from and start focusing on what you can control, right? We've always shared, I may go a little over on my time, guys. This is kind of my candy stick, right? This is my candy stick, my lead generation, the things that I've done, the things that I've learned. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're pulling from these two books, Nick Murray's Game of Numbers and Bob Beaudine's The Power of Who. These two books alone will cost you over $200. Go buy them, get them. They're worth every penny. This book right here, when I first read it, I said, why am I going to spend that much money on a book? I was told I had to buy it, so I went and bought it. And when I read it cover to cover, I could have been upset had I had the negative mindset, the scarcity mindset, that everything I just read in that book I already knew or I had already been taught. Instead, I was excited. I was happy that I now had some form, some document, some literary, something in book form that would validate and verify everything that I'd been taught, everything that I teach. And I'm telling you guys, this isn't magic. It's simple math. This isn't motivation. It's math plus relationships plus stewardship. I think that's where a lot of people miss it, guys. It's not yours. It's not yours. You're just being a steward. You're being a funnel. You're being a vessel for God to work through. Okay, guys, let me wrap this thing up so we can get you guys out of here. Here's why. Here's why this is important on Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday. You already paid the tuition. You've already paid for it. You know how? In your time, in your stress. How many have failed? How many trial and error, right? Oh goodness. Thomas Edison, right? He didn't learn, he didn't fail 10,000 times. He learned all those other times how it wouldn't work. And you've already paid the tuition, guys. Time, stress, trial and error. This workshop helps you stop paying it again. Some of you guys are still struggling and having to do it over and over again, having to start a new month. You go from hero to zero. Nope, not with this lead generation mastermind workshop that we're going to be teaching. And you're still on the fence. You're still thinking about it. You're still wondering. Guys, what would happen if you knew in the next 6 months your life would never be the same because of this workshop? That's my guarantee. You come to this workshop, it's money back guarantee. I will give you money back. If you don't earn your money back that the workshop cost you, I'm fixing to give you those details. In 10 days following the workshop, I will give you your money back. As long as you do what we teach you, I will give you your money back. If you don't at least get your money back, at least make one sale, I will give you your money back. It's that crazy, guys. Money back guarantee. Yeah. It's $497. You've spent $497 on other things. What if we showed you a system, predictable, repeatable, and profitable system that shows you how to never, ever have to worry about where your next deal was coming from, guys? I'm not talking with confidence. I'm sharing this from conviction because the people that we've coached, the people that we've trained, we've seen it happen in their life. 6 figures, that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. That's just the first level. You want to do it multiple? Guys, I'm telling you, 2026 feels like we've been shot out of a cannon, and I want to share some of the success with you guys because what's it going to feel like? What's it going to cost you to spend another year of unpredictability? What would peace of mind be worth in your economy at this day and time? I mean, what happens? What happens if nothing changes, right? If nothing changes, right? You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Guys, stop it. I'm fixing to share with you the acronym, the acrostic for system, and I think you're going to want to write this one down. Or I think it might already be in the show notes. Go back and read the description. I think I put it in there. I'm helping you out here. I want you to find. I want you to be able to come back to this episode right here and just start to think about what would life look like if I never had to worry about where my next client, my next referral, my next deal was coming from. So seats are limited because the system only works when there's focus and accountability. That is the key word. As a coach, that is what people pay me for. As a speaker, I share information. As a coach, I hold you to the transformation. Here, so if that's you, hey, DM me the word who. DM me the word who to get your seat, to save your seat. And if you want to, you know what? DM me the word system. I like the word system. Let's go with system. Because here's the thing. Until I learned this system, I didn't even know I had learned it. It's not until I was able to put it all together after I read that book, Game of Numbers by Nick Murray, and then I blended it with The Power of Who from Bob Beaudine. It's because, here's the thing. The best thing that a small business owner can own is a system they can trust. That's what it is. That's how it breaks down, guys. And so, again, I want to share with you guys the best way to do it because the system that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's very simple. For those of you guys that have just joined us, I know we're kind of coming towards the end. We're kind of wrapping this thing up. But most business, we started sharing, most business owners don't have a lead problem. They have a who problem and a numbers problem. People will spend 4 to 6 years getting a degree, an education. Again, going into debt. I'm not knocking it. To come out and start to make 50 grand, 60 grand, 75 grand. We're hiring for a position that we have with one of the places that I volunteer at. And I mean, these guys they're educated. Some of them have a doctorate. Some of them have MBA. Some of them have they're making $50,000, $75,000. But you'll hesitate to invest a few months into learning a system that removes the stress of wondering where your next client comes from. Let that sink in for just a moment, guys. Let that sink in. Again, Bob Beaudine, The Power of Who, relationships precede opportunity, And Nick Murray comes in and says that the confidence doesn't come from avoiding rejection. It comes from trusting the process. So again, ask yourself this before I wrap this thing up. I sound like a preacher now. I'm on my second closing, baby. If the musicians would come, what would change in your business if you expected clients instead of hoping for them? If you trusted your system instead of your mood, how you feel? Or what if you stopped chasing strangers and started activating people who already trust you? How much stress? Seriously, how much stress would that remove? How much energy would that save? And how much peace? How much peace would that bring? All right, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go see if I can enjoy the snow. Jesse, I'm gonna see if I can go out there and do a video just like you walking in the snow. All right, so that's why I teach the system, the acrostic method, right? It's a system that saves you stress, time, energy, money. System saves you stress, time, energy, and money. And if you want to pluralize it, add an S at the end for sanity. Success isn't a secret, right? Success isn't, it's a system. That's it. There's no secret to success. There's just a system, guys. And so here's the real Small Business Saturday question. You ready? We're going to wrap it up with this. What's more expensive? Investing in the system now or paying for another year of unpredictability? Paying for another year of not knowing? Paying for another year of frustration, paying for another year of stress, paying for another year of anxiety. Guys, hit me up. DM me the word who or system and secure your seat for this lead generation mastermind coming up in February. And let's build a business that actually makes you smile. Because on Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday, again, knowing where your next deal is coming from, and having that peace of mind, really having the peace of God in your life changes. It's a game changer, guys. So again, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you being here on the Childlike Faith podcast, here on Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday. Appreciate you. Love you. This has been your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz. This is the podcast for you Christian entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale your business so that you can achieve the financial freedom you're looking for without having to sacrifice your faith, your family, your time, or your joy. All right, boys and girls, adios.